Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning for What You Got. It is Wednesday. Welcome to July. Thank you very much again for joining us. Before we continue, I need to stop for a moment and wish the greatest of health and all of our best wishes to everyone who's dealing with this horrendous heat around the country, and ask you to please make sure that you're checking in with your neighbors, especially your elderly neighbors. Make sure you're checking in with them, finding out if there's anything you can do to keep them cooler, keep them comfortable, because right now, look, this is deadly. This isn't, heat's a minor inconvenience for some, but it is deadly for others. I also want to give a very important shout out to everyone who's in Utah and here in Colorado who are fighting the numerous fires around our state. Ladies and gentlemen, our state is burning badly. On February 22nd, you all met my nephew Landon. This is a crazy season for people like Landon and his crews that are out there every day trying to save lives of animals and people and trying to make sure everything is taken care of. I ask you not only as an uncle to please be aware of what's going on this week, but I'm asking you as a citizen of this wonderful, beautiful state and this beautiful country, please make sure that everything you do right now, with all of the dry temperatures, here in Colorado, we had less snowfall than I can ever remember. And I've lived here for the majority of my life. It's dry. It's dangerous. I'm not going to try to convince you not to do fireworks, even though I wish you wouldn't. Just please make sure that you are well prepared to put out anything that started, because it is dangerous out there right now. And people like my nephew, they are putting their lives on the line to save lives. If you need help, if we can help you find help in any way, please feel free to contact us immediately. We will do our very, very best to put you in contact with whoever we can. Folks, we end every show by saying, please make sure you're helping someone, because if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. This is what we mean. This is a chance for you to really be involved and make sure that people are taken care of. To all of our firefighters that are out there, please be safe. Make it home to your family members. We've already had 5 injured, and 3 of them are not going home to their families. And not a single one of them was from Colorado. They came specifically to this state to fight this fire, and now their families will never see them again. Please, I beg of you, be responsible. Take the utmost care. Please. Ask your neighbor how they're doing. Let's take care of each other. This is What You Got. we do have a fun What You Got today. So it is quite a turn. But again, the number's right below. If you need our help, please reach out and ask. And hopefully we can help connect you to the people you need to talk to.
Hi friends, it's me, Barry. Good morning. It is a great day to come together and ask the question, what you got?
So again, wow, that was interesting. Again, welcome to July. We are 4 days away from our Declaration of Independence, where our forefathers said, hey, England, we don't want a king. We want to govern our own. 250 years, folks. Let's stop acting like it needs to end now. Let's start working together to make sure that we continue. My name is Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward and the Come Together Compass. I also founded the Pact Podcasting Network in order to try to bring positive podcasting to people. We do our very best to make sure that everything that we do, there is a positive or helpful message behind it. Like today. Today is International Joke Day. A day built to remind us that laughter is not just entertainment, it is medicine. It is a connection, and it is the spark that brings people together when life feels very heavy. I love that there's a celebration like this, and I get myself into a lot of trouble because I am very self-deprecating. I like calling myself the fat man. I like doing stuff like that. I love the saying stuff like God gifted me with 3 things: a big butt, a big gut, and a big mouth. I have fun with this. I don't feel depressed when I do it. I enjoy being the butt of my own jokes. And it is a very large butt, just to let you know. But I enjoy it, and I have fun with it. And so, you know, it to me is when I am able to make people laugh, it is truly one of the things that I enjoy the most. I am always trying to get somebody to giggle and get out of their way in any time I can. So this is a wonderful day for me. And today we're celebrating someone who has spent more than 20 years bringing joy to families, children, and communities across Colorado. And believe it or not, in other countries. Steve has done this in other countries. He has a beautiful story of when he was on a mission and helping to build roofs in, I believe it was Mexico. And don't quote me on that. I believe it was Mexico, but he was down there and he was doing his balloon art. And these Mexican ladies wanted to give him money because of what he was doing. And Steve was like, no, I won't accept the money. I won't accept it. And so, but then of course they started offering him food and other stuff. But there were tears in their eyes because of the complexity of what he does. And he does it with such ease. I am telling you, I have seen him do some of these, doing some of these things that it just flat out will amaze you instantly. You're like, these unicorn heads that he puts on children that are the size of the children. I'm not joking on that. Detailed. I don't like the team, but he does these Bronco heads that kids can wear. Well, adults can wear them too, but he does all these wonderful things and it brings people together. And it's not just for kids. We went and we did a thing to raise money for the Day of the Deployed. And a couple of years ago when we were in an adult establishment, and Steve came along because adults have fun with this too. We had this one person who came up. They had been partaking quite heavily in the adult beverage intake. This person was talking about, well, I don't know what I want, but I want something. And Steve was like, well, you got to give me an idea. You got to give me an idea. I don't know what I want to do. Just make me something. And so Steve sits there and he puts his hands to work and pulls out a jester's hat, which was just classic for this. It was fantastic. It was one of the, first off, it was just funny beyond belief because of this person and not having an idea on what they wanted. But, this was also a restaurant, so there were other kids around, and the kids were just having a lot of fun. The parents were having a lot of fun, and the patrons had one heck of a time. So Steve has turned balloon artistry into the way of lifting spirits and creating memories. Someone who shows up with kindness, creativity, and genuine love for making people smile. And he's so good at it. So today we are featuring Steve Solis of Mountain Lion Entertainment. And as always, you can use the QR code above to go to his landing page, which will give you Steve Solis's phone number. If you would like another introduction to him, all you have to do is simply go, hey, I'd like to be introduced to Steve. We're having a party coming up. I think he'd be perfect. You're right, he would be. And when you hire Steve, a portion of that will go to support the mission of your choice. Steve's story begins at the Garden and Home Show in Denver, where a woman introduced him to being a balloon artist, who inspired him to try something new. From a simple book and video, plus countless hours of practice, Steve mastered the art of balloon twisting. And from that moment forward, he made the decision. He would use the skill to bring happiness to people of all ages. And again, he's amazing at it. He's you can go onto our website and you can see a couple of the pictures. He's done me a couple when I had my ankle injury. Steve created 3 little polar bears, and I ended up giving them to the nurses to give to their kids because they were just too damn cute. So for more than 20 years, Steve has traveled throughout the Front Range of Colorado creating balloon art at company parties, grand openings, corporate events, home shows, birthday parties, school events, church gatherings, and carnivals. His work is joyful, his presence is uplifting, and his mission is simple: bring smiles wherever he goes. Steve is much more than a balloon artist. He's a man who spent over 40 years in the roofing industry, offering honest, and I do mean honest, reliable service through Independence Roofing and Exteriors. When you call Steve, and this is a guarantee, when you call Steve, you get someone who believes in integrity, transparency, and doing the job right. You get someone who treats your home like it matters. You get someone who shows up with the same heart he brings to balloon art. Steve loves a little bit of the carnival life with the balloon art, but he doesn't believe in the pop-up circus tents that pop up all over the place when there's a element tragedy, hail or tornado or heavy rain or something like that, a deep freeze. Steve doesn't believe that they are going to do the job that you need them to do. And that's why he dedicates himself to doing what you need. And that's always on top of his mind. And if you meet him, you know I'm telling the truth. So, but you can once again reach Steve by using the QR code above my shoulder, and that'll take you to his landing page. Or you can email him at Mountain Lion Entertainment 1. That's Mountain Lion Entertainment, the number 1, at gmail.com. Or you can call him at 970-646-8108. 970-646-8108. You can learn all about his roofing work at independenceroofing.com or through his community Pay It Forward profile. Today is International Joke Day, but it's also a day to celebrate the people who make joy possible. People like Steve, who choose to brighten the world. People who remind us that laughter is a gift we can share freely. It does not cost anything to make people laugh. So today, let's honor the artists, the creators, the entertainers, the everyday heroes who bring happiness to our lives. Let's honor the people who make us smile, even when we don't know we needed it. Let's honor the ones who show us that joy is a form of healing. This is International Joke Day. This is your chance to laugh, to smile, and to share something light with someone who needs it. Our What You Got question of the day. What is the funniest moment you have experienced recently, and who were you able to share it with? So what is the funniest moment you have experienced recently, and who did you get to share it with? Oh, funniest moment recently. Boy, that is a tough one. That is a very, very tough one. I try to keep things so light, and I got to be honest. What I just said a little bit earlier with the big gut, big butt, and big mouth, that was such a shock when I was interviewing my good friend Willard. That his reaction to that was probably one of the more humorous things that I've experienced recently, just because the look on his mouth. He did not expect that to come from me. So that was probably one of them that was up there. So, and today's challenge, our mission for you today, is to make one person laugh today. Tell a joke, share a memory, send a silly message, or brighten someone's morning. Joy is contagious. Spread it. So again, very simple. Make someone laugh today. Just tell a joke. It's very easy to do. Okay, we've all got our cell phones. You can do something as simple as this. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How do you evade someone who's trying to steal your barbecue? Kebab and weave.
Ha ha! That was terrible. Habab and weave. Oh, that was terrible. Thank you for joining us today on International Joke Day. And International Joke Day reminds us that laughter is not trivial. It's powerful. It's healing. Man, that joke was bad. And it's a connection. And people like Steve Solis make that connection possible every single day. If you want to support Steve's mission, book him for your next event or reach out for an honest roof services. When you choose one of our partners and attach your receipt, you help us support families and neighbors in need through Community Pay It Forward. We will be back tomorrow with another celebration, another mission, another chance to make a difference. Please stay kind, stay aware, and stay committed to lifting people around you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure that you tell people, hey, you know what? We should get this day started. Let's join Zach every morning at 8 AM East, 6 AM here in the mountain for What You Got. This has been What You Got, and I want to thank you for being part of the mission. Thank you for being part of the community. And thank you for being someone who chooses to help others rise. And please, always remember that if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one has to walk these fiery roads alone. Please be careful out there, folks. Please be vigilant. If you can get away without lighting fireworks right now, it is so dry. Please do. If you must, be prepared for every situation. It is so dangerous out there right now. But make sure that no one's path is on fire, because it doesn't have to be. When we all simply come together. Thank you for joining us. What You Got will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you.